welcome to the Our-Landers Podcast. Our-Landers Podcast is here to shed light on all things business in the outdoors. My name is John Kingston of Roaming Lost, and I'm here with my good co-host and amigo, Jaime Lazoya from Easy Supplies.
Hola.
Damn, just hitting with the hola intro. What is good?
It's been a week.
I had to wipe Kingston's tears because he was just crying all day. So
It's been about 6 weeks.
It's been eventful for you, dude.
Yeah,
Man.
This episode's going to be about basically just
Life update.
a little life update. We can update with Our-Landers.
Yeah. We didn't really have anything planned for it, but I also feel like we have had a couple weeks that have been pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So just kind of share both with truck stuff, both with business, both with clients.
Yeah.
Personal shit, which I don't think we should get that too into, I guess. Because people are going to be like, wow, this is weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's been about 6 weeks since we recorded.
Has it been?
Nah, maybe like 4 weeks.
No, dude, because we recorded right before I went to that wedding.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
So it was like 2 weeks ago.
Well, I guess the thing that goes furthest back is my truck being broken for 5 weeks. Got it back a couple days ago, and now it's back in the shop.
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot of questions on why or what happened, and I addressed it, I think, very briefly. But if you're listening to the podcast, I guess you'll get the full explanation right now.
And go.
Basically, what happened was there's a pump in the gas tank. It's called a lift pump. It gets obviously the gas out of, or the diesel out of the
Tank.
into the to the injector pump, and then obviously into the injectors. But basically, that pump went out, and it's such a high pressure system that the lift pump or the injector pump grenaded itself because it worked overtime, and basically the whole fuel system just failed and left me stranded in the hot weather of Palm Springs.
Was that where it? Oh, because you're visiting your brother out there?
Yeah, and so
That's a nightmare.
yeah, nightmare of a man. Well, first of all, AAA can suck my nuts.
They didn't want to get you? Or they couldn't get you?
They wouldn't. No one would take the call because it was such a long tow. I needed to get it towed from Palm Springs to
LA.
Glendale, right? So no one wanted to do that, and so we had to do a private tow. And anyways, and then like weeks of going back and forth with FCA, they got involved on it because it was taking so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a few days of repairs,
Yeah.
But it took 5 weeks because the supply is just so low, and
The shortage of shit right now.
shortage of stuff, and just taking forever. But
Wow. I have heard of this, and I'm not like, I don't, if you want to get like, let's just say the new Bronco and you're first in line, awesome. But there's certain stuff where I've heard if you get the first in line of anything,
yeah, first generation.
it's always good to wait for the generation after, because there's sometimes little bugs that they can fix or whatnot. Because you are
very true.
For the 1500 Rebel Eco Diesel, you are the first with that Italian engine in the Rebel.
It's the first generation of the third generation, or it's the first year of the third generation. And it is 80% new in the engine. So, yeah, it's fairly new.
You can have stuff go wrong like that.
So I've had two major breakdowns. The
The
first
other
one was
wasn't as major.
it wasn't a major repair, but
No.
it was a very big issue. Like literally it was the length of a ground bolt that was too long. So it came loose, and it just gave the truck no power.
This is what? This is are we talking the fuel pump still?
No, that was the first time that it broke down.
What was the first time?
In Big Sur.
What?
You don't remember?
I don't even remember that.
You had to get super scary
Oh my
tow
gosh,
from the top
dude.
of the Big Sur ridges. Not fun. But,
Damn.
But yeah.
Is that user error or is that manufacturer error?
Manufacturer.
Damn, FCA, step up your game.
Yeah. Terrible customer care.
I'm going to add some more coffee in this real quick.
What are you going to do? What do you got?
Solid Coffee Roasters. They gave me like a pack of this stuff. So it's like a tea bag style, but it's instant coffee.
That's so cool.
And it's so cool.
That's so cool.
It's so cool. But yeah, so Kingston has been kind of giving me the fill-in to what's been going down with this truck. I'm zero help. I'm just like, fuck, that sucks. I'm sorry, homie. You know, like
there's nothing that anyone can do, and the dealership worked their asses off to get me my truck. And Glendale service, the fucking shout out to Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry, and they gave you a rental car. It just sucks when it comes to shit with your truck, especially your truck. I mean anyone's truck, because like if my truck goes down, like I have to run shit around for the business and stuff.
Yeah,
but you can't literally go on trips to continue making work for clients.
Yeah, it was pretty rough, and 5 weeks was way too long for me.
Man, you must have gone freaking crazy.
My issue is that I should be either I should have on the business side I should have other means of income without going on trips, which is totally doable. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing was I need another vehicle.
Well, fortunately, your wife does have that Prius.
No, like another off-road vehicle, almost. Not as crazy, but just something that might like get me on a trip. Like I could throw a 10 in and like
would be cool
4x4 or something, but something cheap and
you can sell the Prius and then build out like a little kind of grocery getter off-road machine.
Yeah, like we were thinking about the Bronco, but there's just the weight and like the prices are just not right.
Not for right now, at least.
Yeah, something in the future though.
Yeah. Well, okay, so that was your fill-in. I mean, and it's interesting now because it's kind of now, I guess, round 3. Right now, it's with their axle.
The suspension.
Was it the suspension? I thought it was the axles.
Yeah, the axles are all axles are all messed up. Or like the angles are all messed up because the truck is lifted too high. So we put in Fox suspension and we put in 600-pound springs when the suspension originally comes with 450-pound. Okay. So we swapped those out, and I'm a bit of a guinea pig on this because no one really has done it, but the EcoDiesel weighs I think a couple hundred pounds heavier than the Hemi. So the Hemi is what it was tuned for. So that's why I'm assuming they tuned it and springs to match like the weight of like that truck. Okay. So my thought was heavier springs would make up for the weight, and hopefully that would work. And so far, like it should work. But the preload of the shock was too much, so we have to let it out and basically lower the truck to a more acceptable height. Huh. So they're gonna lower it today.
You maxed out that front, and that's why those front axles kind of shifted out.
It was just too high. Like you would have to do a diff drop if you wanted to.
You should just do that. Diff drop, full long travel.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
If they made it, I would fucking probably do it.
Yeah. There's definitely that level of when you start doing aftermarket parts, like it's bound that some shit goes wrong because you're just messing with factory components.
It's not even it's even beyond that though, because you're doing custom aftermarket. Yeah. You're messing with aftermarket on top of messing with the OEM.
Like you didn't have a factory Ram Rebel 1500 EcoDiesel kit available.
No,
you're making it work.
Yeah, we're making it work. Well, so we'll see.
A shout out to RPM because they're the ones trying to make it happen for you right now.
Yeah, it's at RPM and they're working on it today, and hopefully they can. I mean, we can always. The thing is too is like even if the 600-pound springs don't work, we got 550 pounds springs that can be replaced. But the problem is that you have to take out the shock every time to adjust it, and it's a lot of work to
take the whole shit out.
Yeah, to take it in and out when you what? Oh. Now I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyways,
Dude, it's just a
yeah.
fuck ton of work.
It's a lot of work for custom stuff.
Yeah. I mean, is it worth it? Sure. That's the whole debate of doing anything aftermarket. Is it going to be worth it to do, spend this money and then make it
much nicer?
It'll be nicer. But then there's always you're putting time, energy, possibilities of breaking shit, money. Yeah. Money's, I mean, if money's not an issue, then fuck, go send it, you know? But sometimes like, if you're like, if for myself, like if I were to max out and just go full suspension all around, switch out to Devers, do all that shit, and then something breaks on top of that, I'm already maxing out my wallet to put that shit on my truck, and then it fucks up. Then I'm like, okay, now I'm in the hole. Another like $1,000 to fix it? You know, like I don't know if I can do it.
That's what it came down to. We've talked about before is like, you don't need to do the crazy stuff to get out there. This stuff is just not like what I'm doing is not needed.
Quote, know your limits, Kingston.
So yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it's extra, but whatever.
Yeah. Luckily you did have it for the photo shoot. And I think that was really fun because I feel like you and I haven't done a trip like that in a while.
Yeah. So I got it back, and then in between this, suspension and getting the truck back, we did a shoot for mainly a video shoot. We did photos too, but
kind of behind the scenes shit.
We did a video for Overland Expo, which more info will come out over time.
Yeah.
Hopefully next month. I think we're working on it now. So yeah.
And that just worked into, I think that worked out for everyone's schedule. It worked out really well because Kingston had his truck back literally the day before, which was amazing. And then I needed to shoot shit for the rig caddy, which you saw me doing out there.
Yeah, V2.
The V2. But the only reason I was out there was because they chose Chaboy
out of like 15 people.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Between you and Jimmy.
Damn.
And hopefully we do more. The goal of this project is to do more.
More features, huh?
Yeah.
I think that'd be sweet.
But we'll, I mean, once more information comes out,
we'll give it to you.
We'll send it over.
Yeah, that was exciting though. And it was cool because we got to explore some place that I've never been there. I think you've been there before, right? Yeah,
I mean, maybe once or twice, but the south side of the Big Bear Lake.
So cool.
So it's like way more forestry, and there's like a little reservoir up there called Bluff Lake, and it was pretty cool.
It was
scored. If you're from, well, I mean, if you're a Big Bear, you already know, but there's a place that's called Yellow Post Sites, so it's not a secret. But you can it's free camping, dispersed camping. They have fire rings, and at the time we were allowed to have fires, which we actually didn't really have a fire. We just did it for the video, but it was plenty warm.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Weather.
How did you find the Yellow Post on just like by looking it up online?
Yeah, you can like Google search it, but there's maps and stuff on the Forest Service website. But yeah, there's only 3 south of the lake, and there's a ton of them north of the lake, and they are first come first serve, and super easy. Not super easy like to get to always, but
it was like like a little bit more than it was like an aggressive fire road, I would say.
Yeah, it was pretty chill.
Yeah,
I mean, like a car, I wouldn't recommend a car doing it, but
no,
just something like
functional,
a little bit of clearance.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a really good time.
So yeah,
that was like I think our first time, because every time Kingston and I go on like a trip together, or just with the boys or whatever, it's usually just like us shooting for ourselves and for other brands, but like we're doing all the work. So like if we have a camera, we're shooting with it. But this time there was a little bit more production involved. So we actually had another videographer involved that Kingston knew and hired. And then our buddy Sam Rice came out there to shoot behind the scenes. So it was kind of like it was interesting. It was more of a production.
Full production. Yeah.
It felt like it, huh?
Yeah. That's the goal. We're going to do more of that.
And yeah, and hopefully the footage comes out. I was asking Kingston, I was like, let me see all this footage before it goes out. He's like, we have no time. And I was like, damn it, dude.
Yeah. The deadline for this one is very tight, but we're trying to make it happen. So, I mean, we got a lot of cool footage. It's like, especially like some of the moto stuff and whatnot, but we're not putting a lot of the moto stuff in it. It's going to be like a 80-20 split
for the moto stuff.
Yeah. Like, cause like the moto stuff isn't, main focus. It's the off-roading stuff. So
yeah, well, it was cool. I mean, I literally got to do what I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Which was, we set up camp. I cooked, drank some beer, rode the moto, fished, had the campfire. I mean, yeah, shot photos from. I mean, it was so cool.
That morning.
Which
sunrise?
one? That was epic.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that was like a cotton candy sunrise. Oh, it was so pretty.
Except I don't know. I don't know how we got so lucky with weather in Big Bear, because it's never cloudy like that. And then we had like good sunsets every day.
Yeah,
and
the way it was like painted with the clouds.
The only downside were the mosquitoes.
Bro, I still have some gnarly ones from the trip. That's a fact. When you go anytime like forest, spring, summer, you're gonna hit mosquitoes.
Yeah, I came home and I didn't get bit until the last night. I think was the main night, and I got bit right, and all over my hands mainly.
Yeah,
for some reason, and then I went to Home Depot and I found that mosquito thing.
Oh, I saw that.
So Thermacell makes this like little rechargeable, like 15-foot radius mosquito repellent thing. And I'm like super curious if it works.
You should just try it on your little outdoor patio, because I guarantee
there's no mosquitoes there.
Pasadena doesn't get mosquitoes?
Not really.
Damn, Long Beach and Seal Beach get wrecked with mosquitoes.
Well, I mean, it was $40. It had mixed reviews, a little bit more better reviews than bad, but but yeah, $40 and it came with one refill for 12 hours. So it's like, if it doesn't work, just return it.
I just thought of this right now, dude. You didn't put bug spray on the second day. The first night, I remember you like, let me get some of that bug spray. And I'm like, yeah. But the second night, you didn't put any bug spray on.
Yeah.
That could be it.
Yeah, but you got bit still.
Oh, yeah. Like on the parts where I feel like maybe I didn't put them, like my kneecaps. My elbows? What the fuck?
Anywhere
they can get me.
Didn't touch, yeah.
That was a trip. Yeah. You know, it was also a trip. The little larva falling from the trees.
Oh, the maggots.
That shit was,
or larva, whatever.
Yeah, full. At first, I was saying maggots, and then Jackson was like, "They're larva," and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want to disrespect."
Oh, yeah, larva. So the larva turns into flies, and there was like a shit ton of flies.
But it was gross because I was cooking.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, there's a bunch of these. So I would wipe the table, wipe everything off. And then I'd be cooking, and then boom, like 4 or 5 would fall from the trees above. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I realized
it's raining larva.
It's raining larva. That's why there were so many birds, huh?
Yeah, it's got to be.
There was
so many.
But they were cool.
But it was sick because it was all night. It was just like.
That was sick.
And there was an owl. There's all kinds of cool shit.
There was a shadow. Freaking shadow. Shadow. Why does he hate the dirt bike so much?
I don't think he hates it. It's just like something in his bones that has to bark at, like that hurt. I'm assuming it's the herding aspect of the dog, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But the second you start riding and you let him lead, he doesn't care.
Totally.
He just runs.
Yeah.
And like I'm fine with that.
Man, he's a good dog.
Yeah, he did pretty good.
I think he was the first dog like I remember coming camping with.
Yeah.
And like actually, because you bring him and you like fully involve him. Most people are just like, get away, like or tie him up.
Yeah,
he's out there.
Shadow's never tied up during camping ever. I mean, unless he really has to be.
Yeah.
But he doesn't necessarily need to be tied up ever.
Yep. It was cool. That trip was awesome. Kingston and I have been talking. There's been brands like hitting me up. And finally, locked in one. Remember, like the Camper Shell brand. So
yeah,
it's like kind of my first go at working on like
some monthly retainer.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because I was already doing it, and I was just hooking people up for free. You know, I would just get product and then give them photos, and they'd be like, "Oh, sick," and I'd be stoked on it. But this one's a little different. It's like a bigger brand, and I'm like, man, why would I be giving like a multi-million-dollar brand free content? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And I think it's just like continuing, you know, just trying to like relay the value that you have
doing that. Yeah.
Because of course, we've said this a million times, like there always will be people that will do it for free, but why should it be you?
Yeah.
Like they're not giving you anything in return. Like you
I
already
fully bought the product.
yeah, you bought.
I love it.
and then you're gonna like let them take even more from you.
Take more. Yeah.
But no, like I had someone reach out too that is another topper brand, and they didn't have budget for him, and he actually let me allow to like broker the deal,
Yeah.
if possible, which was kind of cool, which is like a whole other aspect of my business that I might, I don't know, introduce.
I think it's worth it. Gary and I have talked to you about it.
Yeah,
I would be willing to do it.
If you're not like full time and you want to like run a deal through me, just send me a message or email.
Yeah. Kingston is set up. So if you're Grom, or even like, you have a full time, but you're clearly of value to take good photos for companies and you've been doing it. We've been telling him he can broker deals because he knows all like the paperwork, just the verbiage, how to deal with companies, what to pitch, what like without overworking yourself, but really still getting some value out of the brand. So it's a good relationship.
Yep.
And he only takes like a small percentage of whatever the deal came out to be. So it's just really for his time. He's not going to shoot anything for you. He's just brokering everything for you.
Yeah. Making sure you get the right amount and all that stuff. So it's basically an agent, but not signed in any way. It's just like one-offs.
So if you have that little itch and you feel like you've
or if you have brands hitting you up,
it's just like, reach out to Kingston.
Yeah.
And he won't do it for free because honestly, guys, that shit's a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a lot back and forth, but
fucking emails. I hate emails.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's better than like it could go from zero to, a few $100s and pretty easily.
Yeah. A couple $100 is a car payment right there, dude.
Yeah. Not mine, but
yeah. If you can make $500 a month on photos, I mean, that's a chunk of like a car payment.
Yeah. Or some rent or whatever.
or some more coffee
or full months of coffee.
Yeah. We're actually, that's what we didn't even talk about. We didn't do this on Monday because we've been busy. So between like V2 development, packing orders, Kingston working with clients, Kingston not having the truck, just normal shit like family shit too. We didn't release it on Monday, but we're here doing it now
on
Wednesday, and we're doing it in the morning.
I think we're going to drop this Thursday, and we're doing it in the morning.
We're drinking coffee instead of liquid death.
Yeah.
See?
And then we might mix up the schedule a little bit so it's not every Monday, but I mean, I don't know.
I think
we're kind of exploring new options.
Yeah. We would like to be here and then, get them out, get them done.
Yeah. So we normally would have to record a few, at least four, like my goal is 4, at a time. So we record basically every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or every 3 weeks. And then we have and then we could also stay relevant. Well, that's another issue is like, addressing things that are in the now, and you know what I mean? It's not like coming out 3 weeks later.
Yeah. That does make it hard.
Yeah. I mean, this is just like a short catch us up, catch you guys up.
Yeah. What do you have in the pipeline? I would say for like any exciting clients, anything even with like Cat and You that you're working on, dude.
Well, so we're basically almost in like event season.
Oh, that's coming up very soon.
It's coming up really quickly.
Yep.
The second I get the truck fixed, I believe I'm going to be going to Oregon to get. There is an update on the camper tent design. Not so much. I think it's just like an update, like a small update that makes it a little bit better. So I will be going up there to update that. Mm-hmm. And then we are going to Overland Expo in Colorado. We're going to Overland Expo in Arizona, and we're going to Overland Expo in Virginia.
That truck better be ready. FCA, don't fuck
That's
this
also
up,
another reason why I'm like, it's kind of better that I have all that stuff happening now, because then I have confident. Like few trips before this really big trip to the East Coast.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's
and
important.
Then and then Kat's we're just working on her like website stuff, and like if anyone ever needs a website built, shit, to hit me up, because Kat is like super good at it. She built my website. She's on, I think she's on onto like customizing Spotify. She does Webflow and Squarespace and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Kat's a really good graphic designer and a web developer.
Yeah.
So that's exciting, dude.
What about you?
Let's see.
You're gonna go to at least one of the expos.
Yeah, I have to. I'm gonna hit up after this Overland Expo thing releases. Just hit them up and see how they liked it and if they would like to do anything with Easy Supplies. But regardless, I'm gonna be there. Probably throw some of the V2s on vehicles that are there. Just reach out to the homies that are there.
Yeah, totally.
Kind of guerrilla marketing style. But with 4th of July around the corner, man, we're just trucking along with collections. So we have the Easy one coming out. And then after that, we have a exciting collab with Fit Garage that we're doing. That's just merch. And
when does V2 come out officially?
the calendar, let me look on the calendar date. It should release next. I'm going to give you a hard date because if people say like Thursday, they might be listening to it a different time.
Because you have that coming out and then.
Yeah. So we have 4th of July releasing, hopefully, I would say by this Friday. If you're listening to 25th, and then the V2 is scheduled to launch on the 29th. We have our buddies working on videos. The website's almost done.
Cool.
And then, it's been really cool, dude. And it's just super organic, but we've been hit up by 2 other shops to carry our stuff besides running for tacos in Colorado. So shout out to you guys, but Lolo Overland in Oregon.
Oh, I like that shop.
And AV Overland, they just opened up in Antelope Valley.
Oh yeah, and they just had a grand opening.
Yeah, and so I think as long because I want to keep it core in the beginning, so I might as well just like work with that network of really really cool business owners that give a shit about what they're selling and their customers.
Yeah,
that's and the best way to.
GTFO is still gonna.
Of course, yeah. I have to go meet with Kurt this week. I have to make a catalog.
Cool.
With Ourland, it's been really exciting. We released. It was so silly, dude. We did that little keychain.
Yeah.
Right.
Spur of a moment idea.
I found it and I showed the guys and they're like, looks cool. See what you can do. And so I put it up there and dude, that's the most shit we've ever sold on the website.
I think so.
Which is it's a wrist strap. I mean, it's really cool. Do you have yours?
I don't have it on me.
Man.
It's in the truck because
okay.
I haven't cleaned out the truck actually. But yeah, no, it's like a keychain, wrist strap, like all kinds. It's basically whatever.
Yeah. And then what we're going to be working on next for Ourland is some form of like a legitimizer that like if you want to be a part of Ourland and you want to be an Ourlander, how you can do that. And what we have are numbered coins, badges, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
But we're trying to figure out collectively between us 3 a really good strategy to give whoever buys into that number tons of value monthly.
Yeah.
And make them, it's unique. So if you buy into that number, you are the Ourland, whatever, 00023, and that's your number forever. No one else can have that number. But how do you make it exciting and of value for you to buy into it?
Yeah. I thought it'd be sick to do a subscription box.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
I just don't know if having other brands is cool, but like Nomadics, there's a bunch of different of those outdoor boxes.
Yeah.
And I've reached out to them before.
I try to get it in there.
They hold inventory. So I don't want to put a bunch of inventory of a bunch of other brands in our office as it is. I'm like squeezed in here.
Yeah.
But maybe like
I was thinking like finding cool shit on Amazon. Or like just like random ass stuff.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Just like stuff that would be super useful and
like if instant coffee.
Seriously, there's so many different instant coffees. There's like
more shit from Ourland, like keychains and stuff. Verve.
Yeah, Verve makes some I think I don't know. Yeah, there's just like there's a lot of things that won't be, necessarily like the same things that Ourland offers, but it still will be outdoor based. I thought. I don't know, just be cool to have like it would be a pretty small curated box. It wouldn't be like some like major, not like subscription box where you're paying $100 a month. No. But we're thinking like low price point. So
$10 a month. That's like what you pay for like a Spotify subscription, but then every month you get something fresh from us.
Doodad.
And that's your official number. So
and a cleanup kit every month.
Every month a cleanup kit.
Yeah.
But what would be really cool too, and like any brand that's been supporting us. So like again, when like maybe stuff from Liquid Death, Solid Coffee, but Onyx, we've talked about them before, but that'd be a really cool one to put in the box somehow, like an Onyx koozie, Onyx something.
We could get
We can get some cool brands to be a part of it.
Yeah, you just give them a liquid death in a can, like just
sick.
like one liquid death. Be like, all right, you're gonna get hooked on.
That's so
more
sick.
Your thirst.
Yeah, you get sell your soul. That's what their marketing is.
Like Onyx, maybe. I don't know. We're just shooting from the hip here, but
yeah, but that's
Onyx Trial or something like that.
That's what we've been working on. So definitely a lot of brand shit. I mean, even with Seal, dude, like
yeah,
it's been so busy. But the V2, put that on your calendars. Look out for that Overland Expo video, you guys. I was really stoked to be a part of it.
It's gonna be cool.
And Kingston and Jackson did an amazing job. And if you're looking for like the yellow post sites that we were talking about in Big Bear, you can use them. You can find them usually on even Onyx maps.com. And if you have the app, just Onyx.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely check them out. You go to our show notes. You can get a discount on Onyx for the subscription every year. You can literally find public land, accessible lands all over this map, yellow post sites where you can and cannot travel. So
yeah, points of interest, everything.
We highly recommend Onyx Maps.
Yep.
That was it. Just a quick little spiel of what we've been up to a couple weeks. Kingston's beard still growing. His tattoos are still showing.
Yep. We're good. We're golden.
And he's still glowing.
Oh, shit. All right.
And we'll end
it with that. All right.